I'm really a big fan of walking in sometimes and just perusing cabinets and seeing, seeing if there's any of those kind of hidden gems sitting on a shelf that people have just been walking past and turning up. And this is exactly what this is. What I have for you today is a little bit of a throwback. This is a device from 2016. This is the Tesla Invader 3. It's a variable voltage device, dual 18650, very compact. I've been loving this thing. So, yeah, before I get into like major pros, cons, and all that fun stuff, let's take a dive down and check out the Tesla Invader 3. I don't know if that has anything to do, like aliens invading, something like that. I don't know. Either way, guys, we're here with the Tesla Invader 3. This is the box. It's a pretty plain box. Nothing really going on the sides. Some little design work there. Tesla Invader 3. A little diagram, drawing, schematic, blueprint of the device, whatever. Not much going on the back. You've got, your warnings, the Tesla SIG's website, and made in China. And flip it around, Logan. On the bottom, you're going to get your color configuration right here, a little sticker. And then over here, you've got your authentication, little QC, validation, deal, scratch, and sniff. I have not scratched nor sniffed, so I can't tell you what it smells like. But I really like the presentation on this. Are you ready? I think one of my other reviews on that yellow jacket from Bruce Pro, I feel like they kind of took a note from Tesla on their presentation here. There's the mod. Take it out. Little instruction manual here. And then you've got just the base, which is like a really nice, it's like a felt kind of base, and that's it. That's the box. So we'll throw that aside. Let's check out our user manual. As you can see, the device does come in 3 colors: black, silver, and blue. I have the black version. And yeah, really not a lot to know on this device. They don't really cover a ton. They're just like, oh, hey, it'll output 240 watts, but it's just variable voltage. So if you really want to find out what your wattage is, you got to know your Ohm's law and do a little bit of math. It's got 1 light on it. They say that it's best for high wattage RDAs, Claptons, twisted wire, tiger wire, etc. And yeah, there's no menu system. There isn't even a screen on this device. So there's really not a whole lot to go over, but I do want to talk about a number of things. Build quality, especially the build quality on this thing, is amazing. It's phenomenal build quality on this. The button, nice and clicky. I really like to click on this fire button. Right here is your potentiometer, and that's going to be your variable voltage. And yes, it is labeled 1 through 5 in Roman numerals. This right here is my favorite and least favorite part of this device all at the same time. And we'll talk more about that when we go back up top. But yes, this is how you adjust the voltage on this device. You're going to simply either use a tool or use your fingernail and kind of give that little arrow a spin. It's a little bit of a pain, but that part I can live with. Battery door here just pops up. This is all either anodized or Cerakoted zinc alloy. Real nice, real rugged, real durable. It feels good. It doesn't feel cheap or lightweight. You've got really nice battery orientation inside. I don't really know if this is just like a little card that's in there or something like that, but I'm glad that it's nice and bright and white and you can see it easily, and it's not just engraved black on black. This device does have the Tesla chipset in it, so it does have protections like backward battery protection, low voltage protection, all that good stuff. But this ribbon is super important when you're putting batteries in this device, and I'll show you how I put batteries in. A lot of people, you know, are used to using a ribbon, but if you're new to using ribbons, then I will show you. But I will show you as well. You see this little nick here? You guys can see that little nick on that battery. That is from just how tight these batteries go in. Definitely something to be cautious of, and I'll show you guys how I have been taking them in and out, which seems to be working really well. I kind of just popped this one out just to see how easy it would come out, and it definitely nicked my battery wrap there a little bit. So I'm gonna go grab a different battery, and we will I'll address that soon, and I'll probably just go ahead and get this rewrapped. I'm a big stickler about my battery wraps, so kind of a con on this one. Oh yeah, much better. Like I said, you're gonna take this over this, you know, bottom of the mod. I take it over to this side, all right. And what I kind of do, and I found it works best, is this is a tight squeeze. I kind of get this top part started, kind of pushing this in. These are spring loaded here, and then I get it going in there. If you try to go in at like too extreme of an angle, it's real tight. Then you're going to cross that guy over the top, okay? And this one's going to go positive side down, so I'll take the negative, and I'll kind of just start to get it up in there, pushing that pin up, and as you can see, that blue light flashed. We are all good. Batteries are in correctly, and this door, man, this door has some really nice magnets. Really nice magnets. Another thing I like too is there's this little raised piece here that kind of just fits down in right here into this magnet and just holds it even more secure. So yeah, no rattle at all. You get a little bit of rattle out of the device when there's no batteries in it, but once the batteries go in, it's solid, man. Spring loaded 510 pin on the top with some nice battery venting down on the bottom here. All right, max 240 watts. It says supports 0.1 ohm. It's interesting, you don't really see stuff like that. There you go, engraved right into the device. Interesting. Nifty. You know, it's nifty to know if you're like, oh fuck, I can't, can I put a 0.1 on here? Oh shit, yeah, it says it right on the bottom. Awesome, I can do that. That's really it. This is a super nice, compact, feels good in the hand mod, really easy to use, but a little bit trickier to understand. So let's go back up top and vape on it, and we'll talk about that potentiometer. Cool? Cool. Welcome back up top, guys. Yeah, back up here with the Tesla Invader 3. I've got the Amit MTL RDA from Geek Vape sitting on top, rocking like 0.6 ohms right now. 22s. That is a 22 millimeter RDA, and as you can see, it fits beautifully. You got that little bit of a lip, I guess, right there, as you can see. And your 22s are going to fit really nice. Your 24s are going to overhang. It's not terrible. It's not something that I'm not going to rock it like this, but a lot of people would be like, yeah, Logan, whatever, that's not bad. You know? Oh, I'll show you this way. You can just see that it does overhang on the 24s. 22s definitely work the best on here. That potentiometer, those 1 through 5 Roman numerals mean absolutely nothing. They don't mean a thing. They say the output voltage on this device is 3.6 up to 6.6 volts. It's not bad. That's not bad. I know it's not the 7.5s and the 8s that we're used to seeing nowadays, but you guys got to remember this is from 2016. So yeah, for a really small, compact, variable voltage device like this from 3 years ago, 6.6 volts is pretty good. I like it right in the middle, right around 4.5 volts. And it just vapes great. lasts a long time. You're not running all sorts of other things and a screen and buttons and all this other crazy stuff. Just your voltage and your fire button is all you have to be concerned about. If you want to know your wattage, again, you're going to need some Ohm's law. You're going to need to know, what voltage you're at. You're going to need to know what the resistance is to figure out your amps. And then once you figure out your amps, you can take your voltage, multiply it by your amps to get your watts. And that's what a lot of people use is wattage. Maybe in my next video, we'll do some Ohm's law for you guys. Get like a whiteboard and a little marker, and I can do the maths. Do you want to see the maths? Maybe we'll do the maths. But either way, if you're used to running voltage and you like variable voltage devices and you don't yet have a Tesla Invader 3, I would highly recommend it. Bogan did a really great video. If you guys aren't following TheVapingBogan, please do. Just an all-around kick-ass guy. If you like beer pairings with vapes and you don't mind a man screaming obscenities all over the place and swearing at you on a regular basis, then Bogan's a great guy to watch. He did some testing on this device. I can't swear to how accurate his testing is, but I know that Bogan's been around for a while now. He knows what he's talking about and he knows what he's doing. According to Bogan, and I will post the link to Bogan's review of the Tesla 3 down below. According to Bogan, he got 3.6 on number 1, so not the 3.7 they claimed. Again, guys, with all testing, there's minor errors and things that could be involved in whatever, so take all of this with a grain of salt. I trust Bogan's findings, and that's why I'm going to talk about him here. So, number 1, he came up with 3.6. Number 2, he came up with 4. Number 3, he came up with 4.6. Number 4, he came up with 5.4, and then on number 5, he came up with 6.5. So yeah, some of that can be the testing equipment and a whole bunch of variables, but they got really close on the 3.6 and the 6.5, being that Tesla is saying that it's 3.7 to 6.6, so only 0.1 off there. With that being said, you might be 0.1 off a little bit everywhere, but as a guide, I like it on 3. I think that 4.5-ish, 4.6 volts is really nice, but a lot of you might want more, and the device can deliver it. 6.6 volts, 6.5 volts. That's nothing to blow your nose at. That's some good power. And I know that maybe the Amit MTL RDA is not a good example, and it's going to look terrible and it's going to overhang, but just for the sake of demonstration, I will I'll throw the rebirth on there, and it's a 24, so it's going to overhang. Just make sure it's good and wet, and I'll kick it up to 5 for you and give you a little demonstration. This is the other thing, it's not too bad with the nail. If you've got a nail, if you don't have a nail, you're kind of out of luck, unless you carry a pocket knife or something like that to adjust it. I will say though, it's a pro and a con all in itself with the way that that's set up, because you're not going to accidentally change your voltage. If you throw this in your pocket or something like that, it's gonna stay right where it's at. The device does not have any kind of lock feature. The only thing your button does besides fire is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will turn the device off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will turn the device back on. That's all you get. That's all you need to know. So just know that there's no lock feature to this device. I don't think it's going to fire in your pocket. It does have a 10-second shut off on it. So if it is firing in your pocket, it'll shut off after 10 seconds. But I found with this button, it's kind of a button you got to commit to a little bit. I've had it fire kind of weird on me in different spots. If I'm pushing it on the sides, it'll kind of like fire off, fire off. It's not quite making a perfect connection, but if you get right in the middle of it, you just give it a push, you're golden. You're ready to go from there. I don't remember what this build is. 0.4, I believe. It's right around a 0.4. Hot. So that's at 6.5, 6.6 volts. They're saying 6.6. Like I said, Bogan came up with 6.5. I like Bogan a lot. I think he's a good dude, and I think he knows his shit. So I go by what he said and what they've found out. But I like it. I like it right at that 4.5 with a a nice restrictive lung like this on here. Those are my biggest gripes is I love the potentiometer, and it's a pro and con thing. I really don't understand the Roman numerals. They have nothing to do with the device, nothing to do with the voltage. Yeah, I think it looks cool, but I would have much rather, even if they'd only put 3 things on there, if they had just put like 3.7, 4.5, and 6.6 or something like that to give you an idea of like where you're at voltage wise, other than I like it on 3. I like it at about 3.5. I like it at 5 with 2 dots. You know what I mean? That's kind of an odd way to go about the setting on a device. But again, the nice thing is it's not going to move on you. You got to get in there and move it. So it's a pro and a con all in itself. I'm not worried about pulling this out of my pocket and having it be at 3.7 when I want it at 4.5 or 5.4 or something like that. So it's a pro and a con all in itself. This Cerakoting or anodizing that they've done to it is really nice, but it is going to scratch up easily. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but I do have just a little bit of wear, and that's not juice up there. That is from my atomizer going on and off. As you can see, I mean, obviously it'll be under the atomizer most of the time, but if you use this device regularly and you're swapping out tanks and stuff like that, which, you know, if you shouldn't be building on this device because there's no way to see what your ohms are at, so you're going to be taking atomizers on and off it, so just be aware, you know, that's probably going to get a little scratched up down there. When I got it, though, there was nothing, not a thing, not a mark, not a scratch, not a nick, not a thing on this device. Beautiful condition, and I've just been loving it. I've really just been really enjoying this device. I picked this device up from my local vape shop. It was pretty dusty sitting on that shelf. They had recently just kind of broke out some old back stock that they had and put it out in one of the cabinets, and I picked this device up for a steal. But I have found it online between 30 and 40 bucks. So for a variable voltage, dual 18650, super compact, and like really, let me hang on just a second. Just to give you guys a comparison, up next to the Aegis Legend, which is a fairly new and, you know, popular device. It is about the same height, but significantly smaller in a lot of departments, and you can see there how much wider the Aegis Legend is compared to the Invader 3. So yeah, I'm really loving this device. I love the way it looks too. It's just so simple. Looks like an old jerry can, you know? Like this thing should just have, I feel like it should have a little nozzle here and a handle on top, and I should be able to go fill my Jeep up with it. It's just super cool. Aside from that awkward potentiometer, it's a solid device. And I know through a number of other videos out there and reviewers that they have done quite the extensive durability testing with it. This is a pretty durable device. It's gonna keep on kicking. If you're in the market for a variable voltage dual 18650 device, this is a damn good one. Throw this Rebirth back on just to give you an idea of fire time. It's snappy. You know, it's pretty quick. It's a little hard to hear, I know. But just I can't stop gushing over this mod because I really enjoy it. I really like this device. I actually have one more sitting over on the shelf at my local vape shop, and I'm really tempted to go pick it up before somebody else does. That's all I've got for you today, guys. Thanks for watching. If you made it through the whole review, you know that I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart and lungs. And if you'd like to see more reviews from me, please subscribe, like, comment below. Let me know if you have an Invader 3 and what you like and don't like about it. Either way, guys, that's going to do it for me. If you want to check the show out on Instagram, it's instagram.com/RiseandVapeShow. And as always, get out there, join CASAA, represent vaping well, represent vaping respectfully, and get out there, vote, you know, Show your support at the calls to action. CASAA is a great place to find all of that kind of stuff, things going on in legislation in your local areas. So please, CASAA.org. It's free, and all you need is an email. I'm going to get the flock out of here. I still have another video to shoot after this, and I'm going to be editing my brains out. God, I do it for you guys, because I love you. Let's keep on vaping. I'll see you next time. And here we go. Gotta dig the nail in, get it around. So there you go. There. Oh, almost. There. We're right back.